Time now for the Comfort Zone, sponsored by John C. Flood. We do it all.
Well, today in the Comfort Zone, we are talking about transitioning our homes from hot to cool weather. This is the first week of fall, and we're certainly feeling the change already. Here to help us get ready for the colder months is Chris Thompson with John C. Flood. Always great to have you here on the show, my friend.
Yeah, I absolutely love being here with you.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the first step of transitioning and heating inspections and how important that is as we get ready to fire up those furnaces.
Right. Well, it's almost like a flu shot. You know, you get a little jab now to save a fever later, and if you don't get your system checked, it's like Murphy's Law. At the worst possible time, it's gonna clunk out on you, and obviously if it's very, very cold, that's when all home service contractors are pretty busy.
Yeah.
So you really want to make sure that you got this thing ready and rock and roll well before it hits.
Yeah, now's the time to do it.
Now's the time to do it.
Don't call after that first freeze
Right.
when everybody's calling.
And that's what happens. It's like as soon as it starts being very, very cold and they're like pushing that system heavy, and that's when everything goes to
So let's talk about that smell that you can sometimes get when you fire the furnace up for the first time.
Yeah.
It can be alarming if you maybe smell certain things. What should people be looking out for? And if there's a weird smell, what is that usually?
Typically what that is your heat exchanger sort of on a vacation, and dust accumulates on it.
Okay.
And when you first fire up your heating system, that's burning that dust off, so you'll have a little bit of a smell. It's common.
Okay.
It'll go away in a day or two. However, if you do smell sulfur and you have a gas furnace, that is something you want to be very, very careful of, because that is meaning you have a leak, and you need to vacate the premises and call the fire company.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it's very typical when somebody fires up the heat exchanger because it's burning dust.
Right, and I think we know that smell versus the sulfur smell, which you said is good. Okay, so what are the benefits of getting a biannual inspection done?
Well, that helps. Obviously, we were mentioning before, is making sure your system is ready to rock and roll, because whether it's for the summertime or the wintertime, you want to make sure that you go in and check that system, make sure it's fully ready to rock and roll for you, and make sure it's going to fire up when it needs to fire up. In the wintertime, definitely when it's cold.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. And it's not that difficult to do. We have a $59 special now. You can roll up in there and we'll make sure it's all set up for you.
See, and it's affordable to get it done. And as you said, just come in for the inspection. You're going to feel better about it when the winter months roll around. You're not going to be worrying about it when you see the forecast for the first freeze. Oh, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? You don't have to play that guessing game.
Right. That's the worst thing too, because when you go in it and it's like nothing happening. Or it's blowing cold air.
Right.
And it's cold out.
Yeah.
And that's the worst case scenario.
You don't want that.
You do not want that.
October is coming up next week. You're kicking off your Breast Cancer Month edition of Give Your Home a Hug. Tell us what that looks like.
Well, we're getting ready to have our page ready for nominations. We do this quite a bit, and we love to help communities that we serve. And obviously, with Breast Cancer Warrior that's in need, we are absolutely thrilled to be able to help anybody we can.
Yeah.
So if you go to our website at johncflood.com/love, and nominate yourself or a friend, somebody in your family that has gone through this, and it's emotional for us, because obviously we've all experienced somebody that's been afflicted with breast cancer, so we want to make sure that we do our part and we help people and continue to do so.
Well, and we get to see the results of that, here on Good Morning Washington. We've seen you go into the community and give those hot water heaters to those homes and to people that need them or in need. So,
and it's very emotional. I mean, it's because people they just need help.
Right.
And if you can do it and you're capable of doing it and your company is able to do it, I think it behooves you to do that.
So how can people nominate someone for this and let them, get those nominations in?
Yep. Well, we'll open it up on the 1st. And you can go to johncflood.com/love, our own website.
Okay.
And nominate.
Great.
And it's going through the entire month of October. And then after that, we will find somebody that's we chose.
And they're going to get this pink system that we're seeing on the screen right now.
Unfortunately, they do not.
Oh, they don't?
They do not, no.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, people see that system, and everybody wants that system.
I see.
Especially breast cancer survivors and warriors are like, oh my God, yes, I want that system. Like, that's promotional.
Okay, good to know.
But everybody does want that system. But
yeah. Well, the way this conversation started today, that was great information here, was getting those inspections and getting those inspections scheduled. So here we go.
Sooner than later.
Yeah, here we go into the weekend. Temps are still nice. How can people schedule those, and what should they know about that process?
Well, you can go to our website. That's the easiest way. You can do it in under a minute and schedule your inspection, and we'll come out and do it. And it's actually, this is the perfect time to do it, because it's obviously, like I mentioned, it's not quite cold yet.
Yeah.
So we can knock it out quick and make sure you are ready to go.
And $59
Yeah.
for an inspection
Right.
before it, and the peace of mind that comes along
Right.
with that is incredible. So go to the website. You don't even have to make a phone call. You can do it all on the website now.
You can do it
Make
from
that
your phone.
appointment. Yeah, do it from your phone.
Right.
You're sitting on the couch on your phone right now anyway. So johncflood.com, schedule that appointment, and you're going to feel so much better about that. Always great to see you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Kid.
We'll have more of Good Morning Washington coming up next.